Here is the timeline of the different important people, starting with Adam, then Noah, then Abraham. 3000 BC, Egyptian Pharaoh who united Upper and Lower Egypt to found the first dynasty. 2600 before Christ, the city of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro become large metro. Moses, 1391 to 1271 BC, a key figure of Jewish Christian history, gave 10 commandments of Old Testament. Cyrus the Great, 600 to 530 BC, the first Persian Empire. Lao Tzu, 6th century before Christ, author of Tao Te Ching and founder of Taoism. Mahavira, 6th century before Christ, principal figure of Jainism. Confucius, 551 to 479 before Christ, Chinese philosopher. Buddha, 563 to 483 before Christ, spiritual teacher and founder of Buddhism. Plato, Aflatun, 427 BC, classical Athens. Aristotle, born 384 BC, Greece. Socrates, 399 BC, classical Athens. Alexander the Great, 356 BC, king of Macedonia and military leader. Ashoka, 260 before Christ, powerful Indian king who established large empire. Julius Caesar, 100 BC, Roman ruler. Augustine Caesar, 63 before Christ, first emperor of Rome. Jesus Christ, spiritual teacher and central figure of Christianity. Saint Paul, 67 AD, Christian missionary and one of the main writers of New Testament. Mani, 216, Iranian founder. Constantine the Great, 277 AD, Roman emperor who accepted Christian religion. Saint Augustine, 354 to 430, influential Christian saint and writer who shaped much of the Western Christianity. Su Wenti, founder of China's Su Destiny and reunifying China in 589. Muhammad, peace be upon him, 570 to 632 AD, Prophet of Islam. Al-Razi, born in 854 AD in Iran. Al-Kindi, 873 AD, he was a philosopher of Baghdad, Iraq. Al-Farabi, philosopher, 872, Damascus, Syria. Avicenna, Ibn Sina, was a Persian born, 980 AD. Al-Ghazali, born 1058, died in Iran. Fakhruddin al-Razi was an Iranian Sunni Muslim theologian. Ibn Arabi, 1165, Spain. Rumi, Afghanistan, died in Turkey, 1207. Genghis Khan, 1162 to 1227, military and political leaders of the Mongols. Qutbuddin Aibak, 1206, established slave dynasty, later to be known as Delhi Sultanate. Shamsuddin Iltutmish, 1210, was the third ruler of Delhi Sultanate. Razia Sultana, daughter of Iltutmish, 1236. Jalaluddin Khilji, founder of Khilji dynasty 1290 to 1296. Johann Gutenberg 1395 to 1468, inventor of the printing press. Babur and Humayun 1526 to 1556. Akbar to Aurangzeb 1556 to 1707. Galileo 1564 to 1642, Italian scientist, confirmed the Johannes Kepler 1571 to 1630, German mathematician and astronomer, who created laws of planetary motion. William Shakespeare 1564 to 1660, English poet. René Descartes 1596 to 1650, French philosopher and mathematician. I think, therefore I am. Martin Luther sought to reform the Roman Catholic Church, starting the Protestant Reformation. Christopher Columbus 1451 to 1506, Italian explorer, landed in America. Michelangelo 1475 to 1564, Renaissance sculptor, painter and architect. Vasco da Gama 1460 to 1524, Portuguese explorer. Machiavelli 1469 to 1527, Italian diplomat. Voltaire 1694 to 1778, a key figure of European Enlightenment. Isaac Newton 1642 to 1727, British mathematician and scientist. George Washington 1732 to 1799, leader of US forces during American Revolution. Thomas Jefferson 1743 to 1826, third president of US, author of US Declaration of Independence. Peter the Great 1721 to 1725, Russian emperor. Adam Smith 1723 to 1790, Scottish social philosopher. Napoleon Bonaparte 1769 to 1821, French military and political leader. Beethoven 1770 to 1827, German composer of the classical and romantic period. Jean-Jacques Rousseau 1712 to 1778, French philosopher, author of Social Contract. Thomas Malthus 1766 to 1834, English scholar who raised concern over growing population. James Watt 1736 to 1819, Scottish engineer, Watt improved the steam engine. Michael Faraday 1791 to 1867, English scientist who contributed in field of electromagnetism. Karl Marx 1818 to 1883, German communist philosopher. Abraham Lincoln 1809 to 1865. Orwell and Wilbur Wright 1871 1912, created and flew the first aeroplane. Charles Darwin 1809 to 1882, scientist who proposed evolution. Marconi 1874 to 1937, Italian engineer who helped develop radio transmission. Max Planck 1858 to 1947, German physicist who developed a theory of quantum physics. Adolf Hitler 1889 to 1945, dictator of Nazi Germany. Mao 1893 to 1976, leader of the Communist Revolution and dictator of China. Sigmund Freud 1856 to 1939, an Austrian neurologist who founded psychoanalysis. Lenin 1870 to 1924, leader of the Russian Revolution. Albert Einstein 1879 to 1955, German US scientist, discovered theory of relativity.